I do believe we have our messages from our players ready, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look at what Apollo had to say. Thanks to God, I'm just happy to make it into top 16. Good luck to the players and all the best to me, not to you, to me. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, most definitely. And it's going to be, I think, a lot of that when we see the statements today because, again, this is a growing scene. Everybody's played each other a lot. And let's see what his opponent, CrazyGunJack, has to say. With a name like that, I'm expecting quite the quote. I need to be quite vigilant. Apollo has a great guile, can zone me out, but he also has a tendency to jump in a lot when he gets impatient. Ooh. So I will have to adapt during the set. I can hopefully use the jump hits to create 50-50 situations and deal out that bust ass that you were alluding to, Vicious.
I hope it happens, to be honest with you. So the comparison between the quotes itself. CrazyGunJack already has the download. It seems like, or he has the upload ready, just in case he needs to readjust himself. But Apollo, I don't know, man. He seems pretty confident.
Yeah, it's interesting to take a look at where the players' mindsets are, right? Because Apollo is like, I'm happy to be here. Let's have a good match. CrazyGunJack is very much locked into his opponent. He was like, these are his tendencies. Hopefully I could do this and get my offense going, create my win conditions. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I feel like Apollo might be a little bit more relaxed, but it's all about the type of player you are, right? The type of person you are, who whatever can set you up for the most success, and we'll see who is more prepared to get into winner's top 8 because this is a qualifying match.
That's true. Yeah, all these folks need to do while they're in the winner's side is win a single match and get themselves into top 8 tomorrow. It's a pretty good deal if you ask us over at the desk. Apollo versus CrazyGunJack. And I promise you that tomorrow, as soon as we establish that top 8, we have a world of information we get to share with these players. Again, we kind of saw a glimpse of just the Africa region in general from the IWO. We saw North Africa. I'm glad to see actually the rest of the region shine through South Africa, at least, right? At the very least, that they get that kind of representation overall with Street Fighter V.
Yeah, absolutely, right? And that's something that I think Capcom has done a good job with the CPT, IWO as well, really shining lights on regions that don't usually get to. I mean, North Africa was one of our favorite regions. I mean,
without
definitely.
a doubt.
Like, it was so fun to call. So I'm looking forward to seeing what South Africa has as well. And it looks like we are going to get into our first match. Again, this is a winner's top 8 qualifier, still 2 out of 3. Balrog versus Guile, exactly what we expected. Apollo and CrazyGunJack. See who moves on. Of course, we got Sean Carrington later as well. Javi M. All players that are about to go very far in this bracket. Ooh, the new stage.
That's what I'm talking about.
And yeah, they figured it was going to be the V-Skill 1 from Balrog, right? To just go through the fireballs, and he's already in these situations. And man, a quick check from Apollo and gets to the other side.
I'm liking this. Look at how aggressive CrazyGunJack has been so far. Apollo already showing that he's willing to jump out and, take that kind of damage himself out of the corner, but now he gets to play his zoning game. He gets to play the Sonic Boom game, but still just jumping 2 times over after the V-Skill check.
Oh, man, is ready. Ooh, a little bit too early on that V-Skill. Ended up eating a jump-in conversion as well. There we go. Yeah, V-Trigger available for CrazyGunJack as well. He wants to get in there and start activating it, but instead Apollo taking the fight to him. Oh, stuffs the EX as well.
There's an activation time for CrazyGunJack. Apollo just backing off. Does have the advantage yet. Throws out 3 booms. Still had V-Trigger left on deck, so that little bit of extra damage came in plentiful. Here comes Apollo. Oh, she's actually CrazyGunJack.
Yeah, my man wanted to close that distance, and he does with the big jump in for the full connection and the round.
What a time to jump as well. You're going to jump against the guy who is infamous at stomping jump-ins.
Yeah, I think CrazyGunJack had done a lot of V-skills up until that point, right? Really trying to force his way in on the ground. So he was relying on that conditioning, and he expected Apollo not to look for the anti-air. Nice start from Apollo. Once again, quick challenge from CrazyGunJack, though. Ooh, tagging the legs once more. He's got a V-trigger on deck as well if he wants to activate.
Apollo not quite there yet. Although he's going to be playing the game he wants to play. Right? Faking those Sonic Booms, forcing CrazyGunJack to jump. Very nice from Apollo. Very fundamental.
That was a great adjustment right there to stop the projectile game. Really bait him into it. Oh, the EX rush closes the distance, and now we're in the corner. Now you are in Balrog's world, friend. You have anti-air. You ain't going to cross it at the last second. Command throw reset. You got to guess for the game? No.
Oh, man. Apollo does get a check. No, doesn't get any sort of conversion off of it, actually. The throw is coming off of the schmicks of the V-skill. I got to say, CrazyGunJack has been so deliberate when it comes to his corner control. Yeah. Anytime he pressures Apollo in that scenario, willingly backs off and just like, yeah, I know you're going to try to jump out of here. He's stopped that 2 times straight so far.
Both of these players, I think, as well, doing a really good job when they're challenging to make something happen off of it. There hasn't been a lot of, like, just double crouch jab into weight. It's a lot been a crouch jab into like a stand strong or something that will allow them to get some breathing room, whether take their subs out of the corner, start their own offense. I think CrazyGunJack did especially a good job of that.
Oh, kind of missing the meaty. Man, again with the side switch, but still not that much damage up until this point. Oh, the neutral jump could have been dangerous. Apollo no longer in stun territory. It's going to be just fine. CrazyGunJack still has the benefit, though, or actually the advantage of pressuring in the corner with this life lead.
Yeah, CrazyGunJack, you can see he's not too antsy about making his offense happen at this point. He's big chilling.
A couple of swings. One heavy connecting from Apollo. The dash swing low, still not finding the mark. CrazyGunJack is still trying to find his way through, and he's going for V-skill a lot more often than not, even if the booms are not there.
Yeah. So trying to implant some intel into Apollo's mind, get him thinking about certain things, hopefully open up some opportunities for a jump in later, like what we saw in that first round.
You see CrazyGunJack kind of weary of the flash kick earlier, but Apollo, that should have been big info for him.
Recovered just in time. That time caught him reaching. It's a little bit of damage, but takes the life lead right back and then crushes the glass. My goodness.
He thought he could press a button after that? That was not going to be the case. Apollo getting smashed by the stand roundhouse on wake up. Big crush counter, but here comes Apollo, at least going out just a couple of booms now. Just hanging out.
Oh, we're trying to reach, honestly. Caught him. Upside down kick just outside of range. Ooh. Big crunch counter with the stab here. That time.
That jump in? Come on, man.
Yeah, he put his leg out there, put that away, my friend. And then he gets caught reaching once again, takes him down.
So ball kick, what a check afterwards. CrazyGunJack does get the side switch off the throw. Meaty dash punch. Apollo gets a knockdown of a Sonic Boom. A little hefty price to pay to get that reset going, at least in this position. But he's still swinging. Speaking of swings, here comes CrazyGunJack with the trigger. Back-to-back activations here from Apollo. Now, what a rebuttal.
This is huge for Apollo. He got plenty of screen space as well. Still not afraid to take the damage to him. Oh, and a great jump back on the EX rush punch to stuff it and put himself on the board.
I just did the most boomer thing. I just whipped back in my chair and clapped. I almost slapped my knees. That was good. I'm feeling old, man. Oh, boy, the big jump in again. Checking the V-skill. That's not the first time. Apollo's been doing that pretty consistently. And that's going to be kind of bad news for CrazyGunJack, because if Apollo manages to get this game, there's going to be a full download that's happening, right? He's going to be fully aware of what CrazyGunJack wants to do primarily in his mission.
Yeah, and CrazyGunJack was on set point without Apollo taking any rounds at that up to that juncture. So the fact that Apollo has bounced back like this and has looked in control is very scary. The back fist as well.
Oh, the universal coming. Okay, he could have done. I feel like he could have done something out of that.
Yeah, well, maybe the command throw, but wasn't looking for it. Not looking for his ankles either. Oh, man, Apollo tying it up like that. And yeah, those last two rounds were very dominant. Showed a lot of intel that has been downloaded.
And that's such a scary position, too. CrazyGunJack actually started things off with that round looking at match point, but Apollo just making the full-on adjustments, and that's going to be the dangerous thing, right? That's going to be the most dangerous thing to think about. It's like, was my game plan wrong all along? It's just like, no, you're just slowly getting downloaded. Don't get smoked. Like, just,
yeah, exactly, right?
Retain the confidence. It's going to be fine. But Apollo, being the confident man that he is, as we've seen from that quote earlier, he's starting to adapt, right? He's not throwing that many false booms. He's not jumping as often and taking that many risks. But as I said that, he did start off with a jump.
Yeah, that's fair, right? But that's one of the things that you have to do and stay ahead of your opponent. Make sure that they don't get the download in like that. Apollo, once again, a beautiful neutral jump. Really starting to catch on to the fact that CrazyGunJack is trying to do these rush punches at certain ranges. But we do got a V-trigger activation. Drops it, though, but we got a drop for a drop. And then an overhead reset. We saw that at the very start of the round, too. So, I mean, CrazyGunJack kind of looking into that play a little bit more, right? Coming for his dome piece.
A little bit of a mishap from both ends, but CrazyGunJack being the victor of that exchange, getting the first round. Looking at match point yet again. Apollo checking out them booms, checking with the medium kicks, and a couple of roundhouses as well. There's one that connects, but nothing afterwards really. Checks with the Sonic Booms immediately to kind of keep CrazyGunJack in place. And again, setting himself up for those anti-airs. CrazyGunJack now still closing the gap and just within range of that fierce back throw now, losing control of the corner.
Yeah, I'm surprised the back throw, but it doesn't matter. Still maintaining control. Gonna stun him up, take him to the other side of the wall, seeing stars. Reset.
What
he
a
tried
jump.
man throw. Yeah, big punish off of that.
Oh, you're actually gonna get a full conversion. There we go. Dash up to 3 times over. Forward throw. Can't afford another one, so he's going to just chuck these booms and find his way in via the jump in and checking low immediately.
Indeed, indeed. CrazyGunJack didn't even have any space to walk back to either. Nonetheless, Apollo showing the adaptation that CrazyGunJack was looking for.
Man, his jump timing has been pretty stellar so far. I don't know if it's just sheer coincidence or not, but if it was a neutral jump, it would have been bad. Oh no! Speaking of bad, this is going to be bad news.
Yeah, big opportunity for CrazyGunJack. Does get the roundhouse again, but no crush counter. Still getting hits, but not converting. Now, oh
what
my
is
goodness.
happening?
On the verge of stun. He just needs one hit, honestly.
Oh my god, please don't get screw uppered.
Yeah, anything. He's still looking for the neutral jumps, but he hasn't adjusted with the screw upper. V reversal offensively to try to keep him in this corner. He doesn't get the anti on the cross up.
Use a different normal. Use a light or standing light punch.
I know so much great life.
Oh my god.
Oh, he tried to walk up and do an upside down kick. Instead gets back thrown.
Oh my god, I pressed the button and not. Okay.
Oh, and finally the EX low rush. He had been fishing for that and finally catches one. And that was the most important one to catch. Unfortunately for Apollo, that was not an exhibition. My man is going to the losers bracket.
No, he was throwing the damn towel. Come on, man.